For 300 years, humanity stayed out of every galactic war. While alien empires rose and fell, Earth remained quiet. No fleets were sent. No soldiers were deployed. No threats were made. To the galaxy, Earth became known as the Silent World, a planet that was strong, advanced, and mysterious, yet never used its power. Some alien historians said humans were peace lovers. Some commanders said humans were too afraid to fight. But a few whispered a different theory. Humans are hiding something. No one knew the truth, not even the brave species who dared to study Earth's history. Humanity kept its secrets locked deep, far below the ground where no alien scanner could reach. And for centuries the galaxy accepted Earth's silence. Until the wrong enemy arrived. White medium star. The hook begins. The Vorgoth Dominion, a brutal alien empire feared across 10 star systems, sent a war probe toward Earth. It was a small, sharp-edged machine, built only for scanning, collecting data, and escaping fast. The Vorgoth wanted to learn what Earth was hiding. They believed the humans were weak, soft, and easy to conquer. Their leaders laughed at the idea that Earth could resist them. The probe slipped into the solar system, its black metal hull blending with the dark of space. It moved silently, scanning each planet, Mercury, Venus, Mars, before turning toward Earth. Its sensors activated. Lines of green lights ran across its surface as it collected readings from the planet below. Then something strange happened. The probe detected a massive energy signature coming from deep inside Earth's crust, so deep that no human structure should exist there. The energy was old, ancient, but also powerful like a heartbeat. The probe repeated the scan, thinking it had made a mistake. But the reading stayed the same. The report that appeared in its system was impossible. Source, unknown. Age 300 plus years. Power level, unmeasured. Status, waking. The probe's processors shook. Its flight path wavered. What is this? Its onboard AI whispered to itself. The energy signature suddenly grew stronger. The numbers on the probe's display spiked so high that the machine sensed danger. It turned around instantly. The probe began to flee the solar system. White medium star. The escape attempt. As the small machine raced past the moon, its antenna extended. It tried to send the data back to the Vorgoth Dominion. The message started to transmit. But then, bzzzt. Every Earth satellite went dark. Not one satellite shut down gradually. All of them shut off at the exact same second. As if something had commanded them to sleep. The probe paused. Its emergency lights flashed red. This should not happen. No species in the galaxy had the ability to shut down a whole satellite network in one instant. The probe tried to restart its transmission. It forced the signal again. The message finally began to go through. Something on Earth is waking. That was the last line the probe sent. Then everything stopped. White medium star. The probe vanishes. The probe's engines froze. Its lights blinked and then died. The machine felt a strange pulling force, soft at first, then impossible to resist. In the darkness of space, a black wave appeared behind the probe. Silent, smooth, like a shadow bending reality. The wave touched the probe, and the probe simply disappeared. No explosion, no debris, no trace, as if it had never existed. White medium star. Back in the Vorgoth Dominion. On the other side of the galaxy, in a cold metal throne room lit by burning red flames, the Vorgoth warlords gathered. Their long horns pointed forward as they watched the probe's final message on a hologram. Something on Earth is waking. The hologram glitched after that. Static filled the room. General Varker, a tall and cruel commander, growled, "Humans are weak. They have nothing powerful enough to destroy our probe." But the warlords were not so sure. Another whispered, "Why did their satellites go dark at the same second? How did our probe vanish? What is waking beneath their planet?" Their questions grew like a rising storm. The Vorgoth Dominion believed they ruled the galaxy. They believed no one could stand against them. But this message, this strange warning, made even their strongest warriors uneasy. White medium star. The suspense rises. Unknown to the galaxy, deep under Earth's crust, something old stirred. Something built long ago. Something humanity swore never to use unless the world was in danger. Metal walls, silent for centuries, began to glow. Massive gears rotated after hundreds of years of rest. Ancient machines awakened one by one, their voices calm and cold. Threat detected. Preparing defense systems. Energy pulsed like a heartbeat, echoing through underground chambers larger than cities. Earth, silent for so long, was no longer silent. Something was waking. And the galaxy was about to learn why humanity refused to fight. Because when humans finally fight, they end wars. Deep under the surface of Earth, the ancient machines continued to wake. Metal chambers glowed with blue light. Hidden tunnels that had slept for centuries opened with heavy echoes. Something old, something powerful, had begun to breathe again. But on the surface, humans still lived their normal lives, unaware of what was happening below them. Only a very small group of Earth leaders knew the truth sealed in secret for generations. And far away in deep space, the Vorgoth Dominion prepared to act. White medium star, the alien High Council meets. Inside a massive war hall built from black stone and steel, the Vorgoth High Council gathered. The room vibrated with low thunder as giant war drums sounded. It was their ancient tradition before any major decision. General Varker slammed his metal fist against the table. "The probe is gone," he growled. "And humans shut down their entire satellite network in one moment. This is no coincidence." But Chancellor Rocker, the oldest member of the council, spoke coldly. "Earth has stayed silent for 3 centuries. They refuse to fight even when others attack them. They are soft, weak." A younger warlord stepped forward. "Weak," he said. "Then why did our probe detect power levels no empire has ever recorded?" The chamber fell silent. Rocker narrowed his eyes. "Because humans lie. They pretend to be peaceful but they hide weapons. They hide secrets. If they awaken they may threaten us." General Varker nodded slowly. "So we strike first." A deep roar filled the war hall as the council approved the decision. In minutes, orders spread across the Dominion. "Prepare the invasion fleet. Target, Earth. White medium star 200 Vorgoth warships on the move." In orbit around the red star Vorgosol, a gigantic fleet came alive. Engines burned with bright orange fire. War drums echoed through ship corridors. Warriors sharpened their blade arms and loaded plasma cannons. 200 warships formed a tight formation. The soldiers chanted, "Earth will kneel. Earth will kneel." The flotilla jumped into hyperspace, heading straight for the silent blue planet. White medium star Earth reacts quietly. Too quietly. When the massive alien fleet appeared near the solar system, every human observatory saw it. Screens flashed red warnings. Signals blared across Earth's military satellites. But Earth did not panic. There were no emergency broadcasts. No evacuation orders. No public alarms. Instead, a calm encrypted message was sent to world leaders. "Protocol Sentinel has activated. Do not interfere." Only 12 humans in the entire world knew what Protocol Sentinel meant. And they knew its activation meant one thing. Earth had decided to defend itself. White medium star strange energy spikes across Earth. As the Vorgoth fleet crossed into the solar system, their scanners activated. What they saw confused every commander. Earth's oceans showed energy spikes. Deserts glowed with strange heat signatures. Mountains vibrated with low-frequency pulses. The readings were chaotic, like thousands of small power sources awakening at the same time. General Varker scowled at the display. "What are these?" he demanded. A technician replied with fear in his voice. "Sir, the power readings match human technology. But the power levels are too high. They cannot come from normal weapons." "Then what are they?" Varker growled. The technician swallowed hard. "Sir, they may be ancient weapons." White medium star first contact. The Vorgoth tried to communicate. The flagship opened a channel to Earth. "This is General Varker of the Vorgoth Dominion. Earth, you will surrender immediately. Failure to comply will result in destruction." Silence. The general tried again. "Earth, respond." Again silence. Only static filled the speakers. Anger grew inside Varker. "Humans mock us," he shouted. "Begin firing sequence." But before the fleet could strike, something happened. Every screen on every Vorgoth ship flickered. A single message appeared. "Warning, do not approach Earth." The words were calm, cold, without fear. And then the message repeated. Again and again. A whisper filled every ship's audio system. "Do not approach Earth." Varker clenched his fists. "Where is this message coming from?" he growled. "It's not from space, sir," the crewman answered. "Then where?" The crewman's face went pale. "It's coming from inside Earth." White medium star, the alien fleet fires first. General Varker refused to be intimidated. "Enough games. Ready the plasma cannons." Every ship charged its weapons. 100 red lights glowed across the alien fleet. Fire. Bolts of burning plasma shot toward Earth. The galaxy watched through long-distance sensors. Billions believed Earth was doomed. The plasma neared Earth's atmosphere. and stopped. Not slowed. Stopped. Held completely still, floating in the sky as if caught by invisible hands. Every Vorgith commander leaned forward, shocked. "What technology can do this?" one shouted. A new signal appeared on their screens. A soft voice spoke. "Earth acknowledges attack. Sentinel arsenal activating." At the same moment, the Pacific Ocean split open. A massive steel structure rose from the water. Ancient lights glowed across its surface. Giant cannons unfolded like wings. The ship was enormous, dwarfing even the largest Vorgith warship. Its hull carried old letters. "Just Titan." The Titan aimed its cannons. Varker shouted in fear. "Defensive shields now." But it was too late. The Titan fired. A beam of light hit the largest Vorgith warship. And just like the probe, it vanished. No explosion. No debris. Gone. White medium star. The galaxy begins to panic. Across star systems, alien governments watch the silent feed. This is impossible. No weapon can erase matter. Earth, what have you been hiding? Fear spread like wildfire. For centuries, Earth stayed out of war. Now the galaxy knew why. Humanity did not refuse war because they were weak. They refused war because their weapons were too powerful. And now, those weapons were awake. The galaxy had never seen anything like it. One moment, the largest Vorgith warship stood proud and strong. The next moment, it was simply gone, as if the universe erased it. But the HHS Titan did not move. It did not speak. It only waited, its ancient cannons glowing with soft blue light. General Varker stared at the empty space where his flagship had been. This cannot be real," he whispered. A cold silence filled the bridge. Every officer felt the same fear. If one human ship could erase a battleship, what else could it do? White medium star. The Titan sends a message. Every Vorgith screen flickered again. A voice, calm, emotionless, almost mechanical, spoke. "This is Sentinel Unit 1. You have attacked Earth. Defense protocol is active. Leave now." General Varker slammed his claws onto the console. "Earth has only one warship. We outnumber them 200 to 1. Attack." But none of the officers moved. Their hands shook. Their voices cracked. One whispered, "Sir, that ship is older than our empire. If humans built this centuries ago, what else have they built?" Another added, "Our weapons did nothing. Our plasma just stopped." Varker growled, "Do you fear humans?" The officer looked at him with trembling eyes. "No, sir. I fear what is waking beneath their planet." White medium star. Deep under Earth, the arsenal awakens. Far below the surface, deeper than any human city, the Sentinel arsenal continued to activate. Massive doors the size of mountains unlocked. Old machines covered in dust came to life. Their lights turned on, one by one, creating a glowing network underground. AI voices echoed through the chambers. "Unit 2 online. Unit 3 online. Awakening process at 43%. Preparing surface response units." Giant metal walkers rose from hidden bunkers. Stealth drones flew out from underground launch tunnels. Submerged submarines powered up in the dark oceans. The arsenal, asleep for 300 years, was fully awake. Earth was no longer silent. White medium star. The galaxy watches in fear. Every major alien empire, from the peaceful Kilari to the warlike Drex, watched the live transmission. Millions gathered around galaxy broadcasts. Scientists whispered in terror. What kind of technology stops plasma in midair? How did a ship vanish with no explosion? Did humans build weapons beyond science? Some species prayed. Others prepared their ships to flee their sectors in case Earth turned hostile. The galaxy had always believed Earth stayed out of war because they feared conflict. Now they realized the truth. Earth stayed out of war because if they joined a war, they would end it. White medium star. The Vorgith try a second attack. General Varker refused to retreat. He stood tall, eyes burning with rage. "Fire all ships. Everything we have. Now." The fleet obeyed. Hundreds of plasma blasts, missiles, cannons, and laser beams shot toward Earth and the Titan. The sky around Earth looked like a burning red storm. But nothing reached the planet. A soft blue dome appeared around Earth. A shield unlike anything the galaxy had ever recorded. Every alien weapon hit the shield and dissolved like smoke touching fire. The Titan rose higher from the ocean, water falling from its giant hull. It spoke again, voice steady. "Earth does not wish for war. But you have forced engagement." White medium star. The Titan strikes back. The Titan aimed one cannon at a cluster of 5 Vorgith ships. A burst of light flashed. Silent, clean, precise. The 5 ships vanished instantly. General Varker gasped. No, no, this cannot be happening. His officers backed away from the screens. One cried out, "We cannot win. These are not normal weapons." Another shouted, "General, we must retreat. If we stay, we will all disappear." But Varker refused to surrender. He bared his teeth. "Even if we die, the Dominion will remember us as heroes. Continue firing." The fleet kept attacking, but it made no difference. Every weapon they used simply faded away. The Titan fired again. One shot, one disappearing ship. Over and over. Each blast felt like the universe snapping its fingers and deleting a piece of existence. White medium star Earth finally speaks to the galaxy. As the battle reached its peak, Earth's global communication system activated. A single message was broadcast across all known space. Billions heard it. A human voice, calm, firm, unshaken, spoke. "We did not want war. We do not seek control. But if you attack Earth, we will defend our home." Seconds later, another voice joined in. This one colder, older, and mechanical. The Titan's AI. Threat level rising. Deploying Guardian-class units. Across Earth, Antarctica began to crack open. The Sahara Desert rumbled. The deepest trenches of the oceans glowed. Something even larger than the Titan was waking. Something the galaxy had never seen. Something humanity had hoped they would never need again. White medium star the Vorgith panic. On Varker's ship, alarms screamed. "General. A new energy reading. Larger than the Titan. Much larger. The ground in Antarctica is splitting. Power levels off the charts." General Varker stared at the rising energy with wide eyes. What is that?" The technician whispered. "General, it might be the Guardian." Varker's voice broke. The Guardian? The human's ultimate weapon? That's only a myth." The technician swallowed. "Sir, it's not a myth anymore. White medium star, a new shape rises from Antarctica." The ice cracked like thunder. Giant walls of ice flew into the sky. A massive, metal structure began to rise. Larger than a city. Taller than mountains. Glowing with ancient power. The Guardian was waking. And the Vorgith Dominion finally understood. They had challenged the wrong species. The crack in Antarctica grew wider, shaking the entire continent. Snowstorms rose into the air like white flames. Blocks of ice, each larger than buildings, launched upward as something massive pushed from below. The Vorgith fleet watched with horror. On every ship's scanner, the same impossible reading appeared. Warning, unknown structure rising. Size, immeasurable. Power, immeasurable. Threat level, total. General Varker stared in disbelief. "No, we did not come to fight gods," he whispered. "White medium star the Guardian awakens." The metal beneath the ice was ancient. Older than the Titan, older than any human nation. It was built in the era humans no longer remembered, when Earth nearly destroyed itself. The structure continued rising. At first it looked like a mountain. Then a fortress. Then something much larger. A machine that stretched kilometers tall. Blue light pulsed along its armor. Giant arms unfolded like awakening dragons. A deep hum, like a heartbeat of a giant, echoed across the frozen land. At last the machine spoke, its voice deep and resonant, carried across radio waves into space. "Core Guardian online. Threat to humanity detected. Activating world defense protocols." The words felt like thunder. Even the Titan paused, as if showing respect to something older and more powerful. White medium star the galaxy reacts. Across star systems, aliens gathered around their screens. Is that a planet-sized robot? No species has ever built something like this. This is impossible. Humans are not this advanced. Fear spread across the galaxy faster than light. Governments sent urgent messages. Do not attack Earth. Avoid the Sol system. Do not provoke the humans. Some planets even began evacuating, terrified Earth's weapons might reach them. For the first time in 300 years, the galaxy realized something simple. Earth had been silent, because they were guarding something too powerful. White medium star General Varker refuses to retreat. Inside his damaged battleship, General Varker shook with anger and fear. "Retreat?" he spat. "If we retreat now, the Dominion will call us cowards." His officers looked at him, pale and trembling. "Sir, we attacked Earth. We killed humans. We woke their weapons. We cannot win this." Another whispered. "Sir, look outside. That machine, it is not a weapon. It is a warning." Varker slammed his fist. I am a warrior of the Dominion. I do not fear humans. I do not fear their machines. He pointed at the Guardian on the screen. Charge the Omega Bomb. The officers froze. Sir. The Omega Bomb will destroy half this solar system. Varker snarled. I will not leave without a victory. Prepare the weapon. White medium star Earth detects the Omega Bomb. Miles under the planet's surface, the Sentinel arsenal detected an extreme energy spike. AI screens turned red. Alerts echoed through tunnels. Warning, Omega-class weapon detected. Threat level, extinction. Priority response required. The Titan's AI spoke first. Vorgoth fleet preparing planet killer device. Then the Guardian spoke, its voice shaking the very ground. I will handle this. White medium star the Guardian takes its first step. Antarctica trembled. Mountains cracked apart. The ice split further as the Guardian lifted one mammoth foot and stepped forward. The shockwave blasted across the ocean, sending waves the size of skyscrapers outward. Every Vorgoth ship shook violently, alarms screaming. General Varker screamed at his crew. Fire the Omega Bomb now. The weapon charged. A massive sphere of red energy forming in front of the flagship. Its glow spread across space. If launched, Earth would be destroyed. White medium star the Guardian moves faster than light. Before the Omega Bomb could fire, the Guardian raised one arm. A beam of soft white light formed at its palm. The beam shot forward. No sound, no flash, no explosion. It simply touched the flagship. The Omega Bomb vanished. The entire flagship vanished. Just like before. 1 second there. The next second gone. The Vorgoth fleet screamed in terror. Impossible. They erased the bomb. That weapon could destroy systems. What are these humans? General Varker, who had been on the flagship, disappeared with it. The war suddenly lost its leader. White medium star the fleet breaks. Without Varker, fear took over. One commander shouted, retreat. Everyone retreat. Another screamed, they will erase us all. Leave the system now. Ships began to break formation, jumping to hyperspace in panic. Some collided with each other. Some crashed into debris. Some froze in fear, unable to move. The Guardian raised its other arm. It did not fire. It simply pointed. A deep, rumbling voice echoed. Leave Earth's orbit. Do not return. The surviving ships fled instantly, faster than they had ever moved before. Within minutes, the battle was over. The mighty Vorgoth Dominion had been defeated. By a planet that never wanted war. White medium star Earth speaks to the galaxy. When the last alien ship vanished, Earth's communication system activated again. A human voice spoke, calm and steady. To the galaxy. We did not wish for conflict. We never sought power. But we will protect our home. Do not test Earth again. The Titan powered down its cannons. The Guardian lowered its arms. The ancient machines returned to standby mode. Earth became silent once more. But the galaxy knew silence no longer meant weakness. It meant warning. White medium star, but one machine does not sleep. Deep under the ice, in the core chamber of the Guardian, a single red light stayed on. The AI whispered to itself. Threat eliminated. But more threats will come. It opened a hidden file. Project Final Dawn, activate surveillance. The ancient machine watched the stars. Waiting. Listening. Preparing for the enemy it knew would come next. An enemy far stronger than the Vorgoth. Humanity had awakened. And the galaxy would never be the same again.
Third-person simple English suspense building. General Orin stood alone on the balcony of the command tower. The wind was cold, but his thoughts were colder. Below him, thousands of hidden bunkers glowed as systems came online, systems that had slept for centuries. He spoke softly, but his voice carried force. Bring the deep protocol online. The officer beside him froze. Sir. Deep protocol has never been activated. Not even during the old wars. Orin's eyes stayed fixed on the horizon, where the sea glowed with rising blue light. That is why the galaxy believes we are weak, he said. That is why they dare to come closer every year. He turned toward the officer. But today, someone knocked on the wrong door. The officer nodded and rushed away. A moment later, alarms echoed across the tower. Deep protocol, activated. Lights across every continent burst to life. Old bases opened. Hidden gates unlocked. Forgotten weapons hummed for the first time in centuries. Earth, the silent world, was waking. The Earth core pulse. Far below the planet's surface, in a chamber older than most species in the galaxy, massive machines rotated. Their cores glowed blue, sending pulses through the rock and magma. The machines had names, written in an ancient Earth language. Titan Pulse Generator, Unit 01. Titan Pulse Generator, Unit 02. Armageddon Seal, locked. Suddenly, the Armageddon seal blinked yellow. It had never done that before. The system voice echoed through the chamber. Warning. Unknown data theft detected. Awakening sequence accelerating. Above ground, the oceans shook again. A huge circular shape rose beneath the water, miles across. The black ship continued to ascend, revealing dark armor marked with old human symbols. Energy lines glowed on its hull. Turbines opened like giant metal wings. The ship was not made for normal war. It was made for ending war. The Black Armada's first vessel had awakened. Vorgath High Council, panic. Across the galaxy, the Vorgath Council stared at the last image from the destroyed probe. A giant shadow rising from Earth's ocean. The council chamber filled with whispers and fear. Impossible, one commander said. Humans had no fleet. We monitored them for centuries. An intelligence officer zoomed in on the blurry image. We always assumed they had no reason to fight, she said. But what if this is why they stayed silent? The High Chancellor's skin turned pale. Send a full war fleet, he ordered. If humans wake whatever is under their oceans, the galaxy may never survive. Earth, global response. On Earth, every hidden city and bunker was awake. Citizens, long trained for this secret day, moved without fear. They had always known Earth hid a power far older than the galaxy remembered. General Orin walked into the central command hall. Dozens of screens showed the same message. Vorgath Dominion fleet detected. Arrival, 31 hours. The officers waited for his orders. Orin took a deep breath. Prepare all units. Initiate Black Armada awakening. Call every sleeper division. An officer looked at him with wide eyes. But sir, that means awakening the lost ones. That means. Orin raised a hand. No more silence, he said. No more hiding. For 300 years, we stayed peaceful. He turned toward the glowing ocean. But they think peace means weakness. His eyes hardened. Let us teach them what humanity truly is. The ocean splits. A deep rumble shook the planet. People across the world turned toward the seas as giant whirlpools formed. Light erupted from the water, brighter than lightning. More massive ships rose, sleek, dark, ancient. The Black Armada, Earth's forgotten fleet, returned one vessel at a time. The sky filled with shadows. The water boiled. The world changed. And in the center of it all, the first ship, the Eclipse 01, sent out a message across the galaxy. A message simple, cold, and final. Humanity has awakened. Do not approach. But the Vorgath fleet was already on the way. The war humanity never wanted was about to begin. If you want, I can continue part 5, part 6, or keep writing until the full 6-part story is complete. You said, continue from you left off. Long ChatGPT said. Here is the long continuation, picking up exactly from the final line. Same style. Same suspense. Simple English. Third person. No boredom. Continuation, The Unexpected War, Part 5. Space around Earth changed. For centuries, the planet looked weak, no big military, no visible fleet, no colonies, nothing to fear. But now, the sky was full of giant black ships rising from the oceans, each one larger than anything the galaxy had seen in thousands of years. The Black Armada was awake. Its engines glowed with bright blue rings. Its armor was ancient earth metal, mixed with something alien, something even the Vorgath did not recognize. Every ship had the same symbol. A single eye inside a circle, humanity's old defense seal. People across Earth watched in silence. No one cheered. No one laughed. They had trained for this day since birth. Earth was not just a home. Earth was a fortress. And the fortress had opened its gates. Inside the Eclipse-01, the First Awakening. Commander Ceres, one of the original Black Armada leaders, opened her eyes inside a cryopod. Frost melted around her. She stepped out with slow, heavy breaths. "How long have I slept?" A calm AI voice answered. "Commander Ceres. You slept for 298 years. The enemy has arrived." Her eyes sharpened instantly. "What enemy?" "Vorgath Dominion. They sent a probe. They attempted to steal the Titan core data." Ceres clenched her fists. So it has begun again. She walked through the huge metallic corridor. Other cryopods opened. Soldiers from a forgotten age stepped out, tall, armored, and born for war. These were not normal humans. These were the sleeper divisions, the elite warriors kept frozen until a great threat appeared. When all the pods opened, Ceres spoke. "Brothers. Sisters. We wake not for conquest. We wake because the galaxy forgot something important." She pointed toward the glowing hologram of the incoming Vorgath fleet. "Humans do not strike first. But we never fall second." The soldiers raised their fists. The Black Armada roared to life. Vorgath fleet, just hours away. The Vorgath Dominion fleet moved fast, faster than any normal empire could. 500 warships. Fortress-class battleships. Planet burners. Siege carriers. Commander Verne, leader of the fleet, watched Earth on the main screen with cold eyes. "So this small blue world hides these monsters," he said. "Why did no one ever tell us?" His second-in-command spoke carefully. "Sir, the ancient stories warned us. They said humans once destroyed 2 great empires in a single day." Verne laughed. "Stories. Myths. You fear shadows." He zoomed in on the image of the awakening Black Armada. "These are only old ships. Rust. Relics. We will break them." But then the screen changed. Earth sent a message. A short message. A warning message. "Turn back. Final warning." The bridge fell into silence. Verne's smile faded. "This is a challenge," he said. "Prepare all weapons. We will show Earth why the galaxy fears us." Earth, deep protocol expands. General Orin watched the Vorgath fleet on the hologram. They were almost within firing range. An officer rushed to him. "Sir, more signals from below the ocean. More chambers opening." Orin nodded. "Good. Activate all Titan pulse generators." "Sir, that will wake the projects." Orin's voice was firm. "We are out of time. Wake everything." The officer swallowed hard. "Yes, sir."
Space felt frozen. Earth's Black Armada waited like silent giants. The Vorgath Dominion fleet hovered above the planet, weapons charged, engines hot, ready to burn Earth to ash. But no one moved. Every ship held its breath. Commander Verne felt a strange fear in his chest. He had fought many enemies but never one that simply waited. "Why do they not fire?" he whispered. His second-in-command answered with a shaking voice. "Because, sir, humans want us to attack first." Inside Eclipse-01, the countdown begins. Commander Ceres stood at the front of the command bridge. Her soldiers secured the war stations. The AI projected the exact moment the first shot would come. 0 hours. 0 minutes. 0 seconds. Incoming. A tiny red dot blinked. The Vorgath had fired. A single plasma beam shot toward Earth, bright and deadly. The entire Black Armada watched it fall. Ceres whispered, "Now we answer." Earth's shield awakens. The plasma beam hit Earth's atmosphere. And shattered. But not because of a shield. Because something inside Earth responded. A giant hexagonal pattern appeared around the planet. Thousands of glowing lines connected and formed a huge energy web. The Titan Shield Network, a defensive system older than any living human, came back to life. On the Vorgath bridge, panic erupted. "What is that? No planet can generate that much power." "Sir, that shield is impossible." Commander Verne stared in disbelief. "This planet is not what the galaxy believed." Black Armada, first strike. Commander Ceres raised her hand. "All ships, fire." The Eclipse-01 shot first. A beam of pure blue energy cut through space. It did not explode. It did not burn. It simply erased matter. One Vorgath battleship vanished in a flash of white light. No debris. No wreckage. Just nothing. When the light faded, the ship was gone as if it never existed. The bridge of the Vorgith flagship fell silent. Vern whispered, "What kind of weapon deletes a ship from reality?" His sensors officer trembled. "Sir, that is not a weapon from this age. It is a weapon from," he swallowed, "the old human empire." Suddenly, dozens of Black Armada ships fired together. Each beam erased another enemy ship. One shot, one kill. Perfect accuracy. The Vorgith fleet panicked. Vorgith counterattack. All ships fire back. Vern shouted. Hundreds of red beams shot toward the Black Armada. Explosions lit up the sky. But no human ship fell. Every Black Armada vessel moved like it could see the future. Their engines twisted space, bending light, dodging every attack with impossible speed. The soldiers of the ancient Sleeper Division smiled. This feels like the old times. Earth's deep core, something bigger wakes. Deep under the Earth's crust, the Titan pulse generators hummed louder. The Armageddon seal blinked again. Yellow. Yellow. Then red. A deep rumble shook the planet. A voice from the ancient systems echoed. Armageddon Project Awakening. Estimated surface breach, 3 minutes. General Aaron's eyes went wide. 3 minutes? The seal was never supposed to break. Earth officers panicked. Sir, that project is too dangerous. It was banned after the old wars. Aaron clenched his fists. I know. But the seal is breaking on its own. We have no control. The ocean began to boil. Windstorms formed out of nowhere. Lightning struck the sea repeatedly. Something huge, something older than the Black Armada, was rising. Space, a dangerous shift. On the Vorgith flagship, alarms blared. Sir, energy spike from the planet is increasing. It is beyond measurement. Vern stepped back. What is Earth waking now? The sensors officer slowly turned toward him. Sir, it is not a ship this time. It is something alive. The entire bridge fell silent. Alive. Vern repeated. Yes, something biological. Something massive. Commander Vern finally understood. Earth had not been silent for 300 years because humans were peaceful. Earth had been silent because something powerful slept beneath it. Something even the humans were afraid to wake. The ocean explodes. A column of water shot thousands of meters into the sky. The ocean split apart as if a giant hand pushed from below. Then a shadow rose. A massive shape. Bigger than any ship. Bigger than any city. It was alive. Armored. Ancient. Its body was covered in glowing lines. Its eyes burned like blue suns. The Armageddon Project had woken. The black creature roared, a sound so deep it shook space. Even the Black Armada ships paused. Commander Saris whispered. No, not that. We were never supposed to wake that. Vorgith fleet, total fear. Every Vorgith soldier stared at the creature. Some dropped their weapons. Some whispered prayers. Some simply froze. Commander Vern's voice cracked. What is that thing? Earth answered. Through every comm channel. Through every speaker. Through every ship. A single message. This is Earth's final guardian. Leave now. Or be erased. The Armageddon creature turned toward the sky. Toward the Vorgith fleet. Toward war.